Hey, you guys. It's me, Victor, and it is 3 o'clock, so it is time for GPK Sketch a Day, which is what I'm calling this experiment, if you will, in a daily life drawing to keep me, productive and sort of sane in the world we live in now, the world of the quarantine. So, today's theme, I thought when we started yesterday, I had one that was kind of like half drawn. I was drawing Vile Kyle for Melanie, and I was really excited to do that. So what you see today is I have a blank card, and I kind of thought I might want to draw like some horror GPKs. I think that might be fun. So, I don't know, maybe I'll take your guys' suggestion, but I'll just kind of talk for a little bit while I just kind of wait for some more people to show up. I don't know, I really like horror movies. I like horror, characters. I think they're a lot of fun to do in general. And I like teaching, a lot of people might not know this, but I was a teacher for a few years, back in the 2000s, even though I'm talking to myself right now. Back in the 2000s, I was a teacher and I enjoyed teaching. And so I just want to sort of impart things that I enjoy and color theory, line width, I don't know, kind of my process while I do these. So, right now, there's not anybody watching, so I'll probably just pick one randomly. And as it goes on, maybe you guys will want to jump in and say, "Hey, Victor, can you draw this for your next one?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, sure." So here we go. Gosh, which guy do I want to draw today? I'm gonna maybe do a Sid Haig card. I like Sid Haig. He's been pretty popular lately, so maybe I'll do Sick Sid from Revenge of the Horrible. I've been a fan of that one. I see a couple people are watching. Maybe you should say hi so I know who's there. Yeah, I'm going to do Sick Sid. I think that'll be fun for me. And if I get him done quick, I'll take some requests because I like requests. They're fun. I'm going to do one complete to finish. I might do till 4:30 today. Oh, I see Jasmine and Carrie are both here. Hey, guys. So, all right. So let's do this. Let's do the thing. All right. I still am trying to figure out the best way to do this. So here we go. Can you guys see all right? I can see all right on my phone. If I'm covering up the thing, just let me know. All right. So I'm going to start with this hat today. And a lot of people will do structure. Sometimes I do structure, but I want to make sure. I always feel like this hat gets clumped, and then that's never fun. So look at that, a little top hat. How much fun is that? I feel like I'm Bob Ross here. Happy little trees. But I'll be the first one to say, whenever I draw this character, I always switch him up because I'm not 100% a fan of the finished official art. Just how I kind of like the later version of Nasty Nick where his mouth is open. He's got the big fangs. That's kind of like my favorite version of him. So I'm going to do, I'll probably switch him up a bit, And like I said yesterday when I was doing this, I don't do the big swoopy lines. I kind of just almost like stippling. I've done so many of these melon heads, it's kind of I don't really need to think too hard about it, but here we go. All right, so now I'm going to do the eyebrows. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm going to do this guy in full color. This is going to be a completely finished card, and when it's done, I'm sure I'll probably put it up on my eBay or my Etsy store. Or I'll take offers. Who knows? It might be fun. But right now I'm doing this. Alright. I feel like he looks like a little evil from the get-go. I don't know. In case you guys don't know, I have like a Hispanic background. My mom is Mexican. And so I grew up going to the circus a lot. So I don't have a clown fear. I wonder if that's like almost like a cultural thing. I like how his nose came out. It's nice and buttony. Nice and buttony. So now we're going to do the mouth the way everybody does this SICK SID mouth, which is weird. You know, there's like, here we go. I feel like he looks like a ventriloquist with his mouth like this, but ventriloquist dummy, I mean. All right, now we do the teeth. Which is like almost like a mouth guard. I'll move my hands every now and then so you guys can see. Get a little closer here. In case you're wondering, this is the scratch board I was using yesterday. So those are just color marks from yesterday's Vile Kyle sketch. Alright, so now we've got looks like he's starting to shape up there. As always, whenever I draw this character, the bow tie is going to eat it up a little bit. I mean, the nameplate is going to eat up the bow tie a little bit. I don't draw the stubble when I do this. I usually do that last. If you watched my Vile Kyle video, I have a whole process about doing faces. So here we go. Alright. I'm just taking this as a learning exercise right now. Alright, I'm going to do the KFC bucket. Like I said, after I do this, if you guys have questions or want to comment while I'm drawing, feel free, because I enjoy that. I'll probably take requests after this guy if anybody sticks around that long. My goal right now is to probably do this until 4:30. See if I can get maybe 3 cards done. Maybe I can get more done if I feel properly motivated. I usually like drawing the chicken. I'm just going to make it the foot this time, so it's like the extra Christie card. All right. Like I said, I'm kind of giving it my own spin, you know. Cracking my neck there. You guys probably can't hear it. And this is a new thing for me because I'm just trying to get comfortable drawing with this camera right in front of me. I also don't like the way this hand is in the original line art. I should have changed in the final art. Yeah, actually, I might change up the nose. I'm not liking it. Look at that. It's funny how much the nose affects the overall composition of this guy. All right, so that's where we're at right now. Just blowing on it. Let me see. Think what I might do is, let's see. Yeah, let's just start coloring this guy. Alright, now pull out my magic collection of oh so many colors as I work on this guy. Who am I gonna work? I'm listening to Tool as I do this, because I enjoy me some Tool. Alright, so Cool Gray number 1. These are Sharp Pack markers. I talked about them yesterday. You might hear me say that. I talked about this yesterday a lot. These are basically markers from the 60s. They're for advertising art. They lay down swaths of color very quickly. They are alcohol-based, so they give off a strong smell. They're stronger than Copics. Supposedly they fade eventually. I don't know. I like them more than Copics personally. This is my main jam when it comes to markers, in case you're wondering. It's my main jam. I'm using this gray as a liner. That's what I do. I like lining. Yeah, today's a little quieter than yesterday. Maybe I will do these later in the afternoon. I don't know. People were more chatty yesterday too, but, you know, I know people are working. It's the afternoon. These do bleed a bit, you know, so they're not 100% the best markers ever. And my stock does lead to a little bit of bleeding, but I kind of anticipate that. I've been using it for so long. It's kind of like Kelly paper that I buy, and then I get my printer to cut it down to the right size for me. Okay, Captain Spaulding has brown eyes. So let me pull out a brown. Nah, you're not super late, Brett. I just started this guy like a few minutes ago. Basically what I'm going to do is after I finish this guy, I'll probably take requests. So if you guys have a favorite dude you'd like to see drawn, I might be up for doing that. This guy, my goal is to do this till 4:30 today. And, you know, maybe I'll get a few done. So, all right. So, Captain Spaulding has blue eyeshadow. So, I'm going to do this in this lighter. This is ice blue. This is my preferred blue. Sometimes I use a different darker blue. It's a Copic base, and that's the one I use to do Atom Bomb's coat usually. Hey David, how's it going? Got a few people in here now. Yeah, see, this one kind of works better than a darker blue, I think. I'm gonna line his lip a little bit. See, that looks nice, right? Right? God help me, it looks nice. No, it looks alright. I'm using the blue to line him a little bit more. I'm not going to line the eye too much because I'm going to go over that in black later. Also, I'm going to go over this part in black later. So I'm just kind of like building up where the stubble's going to go. So it looks a little funny right now. Don't worry about it. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's color his tongue. I like coloring tongues. Don't you guys like coloring tongues? Sunset pink. Look at that. Don't worry, I'll do more of that tongue later. Ooh, that sounded funny. I'll do more of that tongue later. All right. So let's do some teeth. This is a Faber-Castell Big Brush Ivory. Ivory, much like tusks, I use these for bad teeth as a first base. Don't worry, these will get grosser looking as the show goes on. And I'm gonna line these with some Prismacolor Flash Tone because I want these to look nasty. Want these to look nasty. Right? You see what I'm going for? He's got gingivitis, people. Alright, now I'm going to do some gray, like the enamel starting to wear off. See, aren't those gross? Brush your teeth, guys. Yeah, I'm just trying to keep working so it's fun. Fun for everybody to see me do some drawing. Alright, so those are pretty yellow. Let's do the bottom row here. He has 2 rows of teeth. Not like sharks, who have like many. His name is Legion, for he is many. Oh, like there's 6 people in here. That's pretty good. Or 4, I don't know. Hard to say. Feel free to say hi if you're in here. That way I can respond to you guys while I'm drawing. I just like check back and look every now and then. I also have like my laptop open, so I'm just trying to kind of see what's the best position for you guys to enjoy this from. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. All right, so I'll try to keep it there. And okay, let's see. All right, I'm gonna pull out a pink liner now. This is just a darker pink. It's not the sunset pink I was using a minute before. And I'm gonna pull out Salmon, which is an even darker pink. An even darker pink. Isn't that amazing? Pinkest pink. Have you guys heard this story? There's this artist who copyrighted like this color. It was called like Blackest Black. So then this other artist had a color called Pinkest Pink and barred him from using it. I think that's pretty funny. So let's see. Now I'm gonna color his mouth, the inside of his mouth black. Don't worry, I'm kind of trying to do this leisurely, so that way you guys, if you want to learn how to do this, that way you can kind of pick up some tips. So I'm using this. This is a Figma graphic chisel tip. I like chisel tips. They're a lot of fun for me. I don't know. There's like, you can lay down swaths of color. They're also pretty solid blacks. Alright, and now I'm gonna line his lips. Lips like sugar. Sugar kisses. Let's see. Let's do the GPK cheeks. GPK cheeks are always fun. GPK cheeks. They're always fun. All right. So I've got the cheeks on him. Now I'm going to lay a little salmon. This is going to bleed. I made it big because it's going to close up when the color bleeds. That gives it kind of that clowny quality. All right. Let's do some spooky clown eyes. I'm using a micron liner to do his eyes because I don't want them to bleed too much. But I'm going to do a heavy black line around it to get that creepy raccoon eye thing he has going on. This is just some defining the shape of the eyeballs. Because it's good to define shapes when you can. You don't want to draw over something important or color over something important. I also don't ink things. I lay colors down and then I do the heavy black at the end. If I do heavy black, usually I just do dark grays. Because I like dark grays. They're, to me, I don't know, it gives it a more painty look without being painty. A painty look without being painty. That's just the kind of insight you can find every day at GPK Sketch a Day. Alright, so his nose is kind of well defined there. I'm listening to Tool. I enjoy it. It's fun. Fee, fi, fo, yeah, fun for me. Somebody just joined. It's a little messier on the top of the head than I would have liked, but I'll fix that. You can always fix things. It's magic. Happy accidents, as Bob Ross would say. I saw somebody do a like there. All right. I think this hat is red. Yeah, it's right. It's red. Just kind of hopping around. It's gonna bleed a little bit, but it'll be all right because I'll line it later. Let's see. What are we gonna do now? All right, let's do some facial hair. Yeah? Who's ready for facial hair? Anybody? Yeah, I don't think I've ever drawn this guy where he looks exactly the same each time. I was kind of just giving my own take. I mean, that already looks like him, but we're going to go with a full beard. It was one of the better Captain Spaulding beards I've done. Let's see. Doing some beards. Gives you something to do, right? You just kind of lay it down like stipple, and it's going to go all the way up to his ears. Usually I don't like doing the beard this thick, but actually I think it kind of works. Alright, now we're going to do the clown eyes. This is where it could all go wrong, folks. It could all go wrong! No! And I think it didn't. So, huzzah. Alright, eye number 2. Never let it be said I can do makeup, because I cannot. I do like how people are popping in and out, though. Alright. Let's see here. Doing some more lining. I think that looks pretty good so far. How does that guy look? Pretty good. I think he looks all right. Let's see. It's going pretty good, I think. Let's see. I want to add some shading to that blue around his eyes, just so it's a little darker. Just give it a sense of foreboding. And remember I said that the GPK dots would close up because it would bleed? Told you it would happen. You didn't believe me, but I told you. Do I have a white liner? Oh, what do I have? I think I have a China marker that might do that job. China markers are just like little markers that do white dots. You can also do it with white out, but why bother? Because this will work just as well. Yeah, that'll work. Yep, that worked. All right. Let's see. Do 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 do. All right. Let's see. Looks pretty good. Somebody gave me a thumbs up. Or I just see them floating. Alright, let's do some more. I want to mess those teeth up some more. Look like popcorn kernels now. That works for me. Alright. Bow tie. He has a red bow tie, so I am just filling this in, and then I'll add some shading to kind of define it a little bit more later. Do some yellow here. And then I will fill that in with another yellow. I'm looking for a dark gray. Sometimes I do not have the best organization system here. All right. There we go. All right, so now we've got this going on using this dark gray liner. And there we go. It's kind of defining the bow tie. So what are you guys up to today? Having any fun? Just working at home? I'm always working at home. I feel like days are starting to kind of blend into each other, but it's just a weird time in the world, Not like I'm Mr. Rogers guiding through it, but I'm glad there's lots of people doing stuff like this to kind of just give insights to their process, or just give a window into what they're doing to deal with the world in their own little way. That's kind of what I enjoy doing. So, let's see. I think that looks pretty solid. All right, let's do the next, the little blue thing under him, clown ball. Home fight. Do you have coronavirus, Carrie, or you're just quarantining to flatten the curve? Is that the catchphrase? Let's flatten the curve, everybody. Yeah, I wish I could be doing other stuff besides being stuck at home. No, Jerome, yours are already done. So, let me see if I can show people Jerome's. I did a really cool one for him. Isn't that dope? Here, I'll give you a sneak peek. Here's your OS. The other one's behind it. Oh my god, you actually have it? Oh shit, that sucks, Carrie. Is it mild, or is it like the really bad one where your lungs are I'm sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't wish this on anybody. I was telling people, right now I'm trying not to leave the house or anything because I have a kidney stone. So I've been trying to pass that for almost 4 weeks. So all I do every day is draw and drink lemon juice. It's fucking disgusting. I hate it. Ugh, bitter. Oh, well, that's good. I'm glad it's just mild. Hopefully you get over it soon. You guys want to know a funny story? So that the cruise ship that got quarantined out in San Francisco because 100 or 200 people had it. It was the Grand Princess from Princess Cruises, we were on that ship like a month or a month and a half before they quarantined it. And I'm pretty sure that me and my girlfriend both got the coronavirus, and we just thought it was super bad because we both got colds, and it like took 2 to 3 weeks to get over it. There's one time I slept for like 2 days while I had it, 2 days straight. I was like, this is the worst cold I've ever had. So I wouldn't be shocked if we both had it. But yeah, it was funny. Like, it was like, that's the ship we were on. That's where we had lunch. It was a really nice cruise ship. ¿Verdad? Se ve muy fácil, pero en verdad es un negocio. Está bien enredado. Pero estoy tratando de enseñar a las personas cómo pintar. Me gusta pintar. Es mucho. Right? Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that's true then, that like if you got the coronavirus, like you're like over it. But yeah, I'm like 99% sure I had it already. So, but yeah, it was just crazy seeing I was like, we were on that cruise ship, but yeah, it's terrible. And then we went on a trip with our friends to Vegas, and then like my friend who lives in Wisconsin said she had like a cold that wouldn't go away for like 5 weeks, and I'm sure that was probably it too. But I'm not trying to belittle your situation, Carrie. I'm just like, there's no way. The testing and everything the government's done for this virus has been really lackluster. So I'm glad you were able to get tested, and your case isn't like horrifyingly bad. I hope you get well soon. But yeah, it's like, ugh. Like, you always hear these stories about people who lived in Spanish flu or like the Depression and shit, and they had to wait in lines to get like fucking cans of sardines and shit. And like, we're going through that now, and I'm like, should that really be happening in our modern age? I'm like, it's fucking insane. I don't get it at all. It's like a crazy time in the world to be alive. But the important thing is we are alive, Hopefully I'm not scaring people off with ranting. Yeah, so let's see, where are we at right now? But overall, is everybody all right? I don't want anybody to get sick. It's just a shitty time in the world. I'm kind of breaking one of my rules here by inking, and it shows, but I will fix that. Rules are made to be broken, and then you fix them. All right, so I'm going to do some sleeves. Doing some sleeves. All right, so now we're going to do some of the fried chicken. I have a technique for doing this. Here's the technique. And the technique is this. Lay down some yellow. Then lay down some flesh color. Then lay down some suntan. The fleshiest chicken ever. Pollo. Alright, I'm looking for one of my brown Prisma colors. I use those as liners. It's funny, whenever you need something, it like disappears. Like, where did that go? I feel like I was more organized earlier. Oh, here it is. Y ahí tienes pollo. Pollo asado. Alright. Do some skin on that hand. Copic marker. Where's that? Copic. Copic marker. Then we do politically incorrect and sensitive flesh. It's really warm here in Arizona. Today I have the window open and it is doing nothing for me. Nothing. Just don't want to turn on a fan because then it'll start blowing all over me. But that is why I have water with lemon juice in it. Let's see. I'm hungry now. Thank you, Victor. Yeah, do they have KFC in France? That I always wonder that. I know they have it in Japan. I had some black beans with rice for lunch because I'm trying to not eat animal protein right now. If we could leave the house, I would probably just turn vegan at this point so I won't ever get a kidney stone again. Fun fact, guys, ketosis encourages kidney stones. So if you're doing a keto diet, I wouldn't, because I wouldn't wish a kidney stone on anybody. It is the worst thing ever. Yes, of course, better than frogs. God, have I ever had frog's legs? I don't think so. I could have had escargot when we were in Las Vegas not that long ago. Or I might have. I just didn't like it. Did not like snails. But I have not had frog's legs. Even though I was in New Orleans. I like New Orleans. Has anyone here been to New Orleans? Isn't that the best place ever? You should go there if you have not gone, when the world gets back to normal. Because it's awesome. Gumbo is so good. Miss gumbo and red beans and rice. Maybe I'll have red beans and rice tomorrow. Who knows? So now I'm subtly suggesting Kentucky Fried Chicken by writing the top of the word. And we have been doing this for 43 minutes now. Isn't that crazy? You guys enjoying the drawing? I think it's kind of fun. ¿Están disfrutando la arte? Let's see. I'm going to do some more chicken now. Gonna have some fun with this background in a minute, so hang tight. Doing some ivory base on what will be fried. Good, I'm glad. I'm gonna do another drawing when this one's done, so I'm taking requests if you want a horror character, wanting to see me draw a horror character today. I'm totally up for that. Requests are open. Alright, let's do some golden grams. Hey Sean, how's it going? Do 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 do. Yeah, so what else can I regale you with? I told you how I was on the coronavirus cruise. Can tell you about the time I met Screech from Saved by the Bell when I was a little kid and he was a douchebag. You want to hear that story? Did anybody watch Saved by the Bell? I'm pretty old now, I keep forgetting. So when I was like 12 or 13, my friend Joy, and this other kid we went to school with named Luke, we went to this video arcade called Camelot Golfland. It was like one of those mini golfs, but also had like an arcade inside. I think this was like 1992 or 1993. Because we went, and this is like the weekend that Super Street Fighter 2 came out in arcades. You know, that's the Street Fighter game that introduced Cammy and T-Hawk and Fei Long and Cammy, T-Hawk, Fei Long, somebody else. I don't know. It was like 4 new characters. But Screech from Saved by the Bell was doing like a private appearance for some kid's birthday. And we were there playing Samurai Showdown, which is like a Neo Geo video game. And I had a pretty good childhood. I had a Neo Geo at home. And we were playing, and I was really good with Haomaru. And then Screech sees me, and he's like, "Oh, look, let's play this game." And he picked, I picked Haomaru, he picked Kyoshiro or Kenshiro. He's like the Kabuki guy, and I like whipped his ass like in 2 seconds, 2 perfects. And he like played me in. This time he was like trying to beat me, and I still kicked his ass. So then he started asking the little kids to give him quarters. After I like beat him 6 times in a row, like they went over to play. He was like, "Let's play some other games." And then his dad like wanders over to me, and he's like this really big fat guy. And he's like, "Yeah, I got Dustin Neo Geo at home." I'm like, "Yeah, I have one." You know, the Neo Geo version of Samurai Showdown was censored because if you did the finishes and stuff, instead of blood, like sweat would come out. And he was just like being a weird guy talking to like, you know, this was 93. I was probably like 12 or 13. And he's like, "Yeah, fucking White House. You know why they don't allow mini skirts in the White House? Because if Hillary Clinton bends over, her balls will fall out." Like, we're 12 and like 13 years old, and this old dirty fat man is telling us like off-color jokes about the first lady and about how much money him and his son Screech have. Meanwhile, he's there like this dude easily weighed at least 400 pounds. I'm not fat shaming. I'm like, he was a really big guy. He looked like, in that South Park episode with the dude who like plays World of Warcraft all the time. So he just like went away, but I felt really bad for Screech that day because his dad was like pretty much like forcing him to be in character to hang out with like little kids at birthday parties on the weekend. He couldn't have had like a normal childhood. So that's my Screech from Saved by the Bell story. Haha. I ran off like 4 people. Anyway, so we're getting somewhere with this card, aren't we? Right? See, he gets a little bit stuck to it because like this is some strong ink. Am I done with this guy? Let me think. No, because I got to do the background still. But I'm getting close to being done with him, which is the important thing. So now I'm going to do some cool gray number 2 on this joint. Yeah. Cool gray number 2 up on this hizzy. tell you the time I met Quentin Tarantino and he wouldn't take a picture with me because, oh no, dude, I'm just like one of you. I'm a fan, but then like would take a picture with like every hot girl that went by. Yeah, QT's got to get some. All right, so he's actually done, but I'm going to do a fun background on him because I like fun backgrounds. And this is not like the card background. I'm just like doing my own thing. Just give him like a spooky kind of thing. We're going to do some color blending, which is one of my favorite things. All right, so I kind of like laid a swath of color. Swath is, when I say swath, I mean like just like a layer of color. And I'm going to start blending it with lighter and lighter colors, or lighter and darker colors, and it's going to end up looking pretty cool. So this is a swath of yellow. And then I'm going to lay down a swath of lighter yellow after this. And you'll see what I'm putting down in a minute. See, here's a different yellow. It's like a lemon yellow. And I'm going to lay down some salmon. Yep. It's going to look kind of like tie-dye, but you'll see what I'm going for. Now I'm going to lay down some red. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? Welcome to the GPK show. Right? Isn't that cool? Not done yet. Not done yet. So as you can see, when I laid down those swaths, what was going on is the colors start to bleed into each other. And it kind of gives this sort of like horror-y hellscape kind of thing going on, right? Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? Let me see. I need a brown. I need a brown. Brown over here. Oh, yeah, here we go. So, yeah. Where are we at right now? 355. It's like, should I do another card or I could wrap it up at 4? right? It's pretty cool. Did you see that happening when I was starting to lay that shit down? You're like, what's he doing? He's just like laying colors down. Oh, I'm glad you like it, David. Yeah, right? It looks pretty dope. Hopefully this gives you guys some idea if you're drawing or learning to draw this kind of stuff. Just play around with color. Sometimes if the stock you have lends itself to like stuff like cool bleeds, or if you can use blenders, you can do stuff like this. Just to kind of make the stuff you do a little bit unique, pop, you know? The more you can do to make your stuff stand out, the better. Let's see. Oh, video pause. Continue watching. Yes. Apparently, I was so into this that I missed the fact that my Tool music had stopped. I want some black dots near the top. This guy's going to go up on eBay. When this is over, I'll put a link up in case you are interested. Buy it. I'll do it cheap. I'll do like a $40 buy it now. Unless somebody wants to make me an offer now. Simulation comes to me. Yeah, I'll probably just stop it around 4 unless anybody has any requests. Thanks, David. Yeah, I've just been doing this for a long time. I like mixing color. If somebody has requests for ones for me to do tomorrow, I'll totally take requests for tomorrow. Maybe I'll do like an atom bomb pano tomorrow. I'm just going to do this like every weekday. Every weekday at 3. Maybe I'll do some at night. I don't know. We'll see. What's the best time for people to watch these? I don't know. I'm open for input, so if you guys leave comments. Dance, monkey, dance. I'm totally a monkey. Oh, I'm glad you love the end results, Michael. I'm still working on your sketch cover. It's coming out pretty dope. It's still in the penciling stages. I'm just doing these little cards to break up, my workflow. It's kind of fun. I think you guys are enjoying it. I know you're kidding. Atom zombie, please. Like an atom bomb zombie. I could do that. I'll do an atom bomb zombie. I'll just do this till 4:30. Let's see if I can knock an atom bomb. You guys want to see if I can knock out an atom bomb zombie in 30 minutes? I think I could do it. All right. That's it. He's done. It took me exactly an hour to do him from start to finish. And look at the mess he leaves behind. That is start to finish, and he will be up on eBay once this is over. 40 buy it now, $25 bid, 5-day auction. Boom. All right. So now we're going to do an atom bomb zombie. I'm going to freehand this mofo. Let's freehand an atom bomb. I've drawn him so many times, I feel fairly confident in my ability to do this without reference. You know what? I feel like that head is too high. No. Let's do it. So, alright, here's a trick to drawing atom bomb. Swoop, jagged, jagged, jagged. Swoop. Little indent. Everybody does their own version of this guy. And I can guarantee you I will tweak the shape of his head before this is done. Right? So it looks kind of like a pumpkin, right? Yes, I do have a very twisted mind. All right, so let's see. Let's get this going. I'm going to do him kind of like Dad Ted. That'll make it fun for me. Let's see. No, that eye's a little more to the left than I want. So usually I get sketchy when I draw zombie characters because I use those lines to denote rot afterwards. So let's denote some rot. That nose is too big. Alright, that's the general atom bomb shape. I'm going to do the background like Creepshow. Do you guys know the Creepshow background? Where it's like red and black. So this is going to be a Creepshow atom bomb. There's going to be a lot of black. I know the pieces fit. Where's my Father's Day cake? Watch them come. Does that look creepy? It already looks creepy. He's like, he's all dead-eyed. Ah! Yeah, a second. Drink some water real quick. Drinking water. Oh, thank God. I was so tired of that lemon juice taste. All right. Who's still in here? 2 people, huh? All right. Let's try to make this interesting. Top ball. Let's see. Two people. All right, let's see. All right. Should he have fire or an exploding head? You know, sometimes that's like the key to Atom Bomb. Again, if you just tuned in, this is the guy we just finished. He looks pretty good. All right. Pulling up a little bit of Creepshow reference on the laptop on my right. But it's being a little slow, so it's just taking a second. So we listen to some Tool. Alright. Who's still here anyway? Alright. Boom, 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 boom. Let me get some ivory laid down. Because then if I change my mind on that, that'll be easy enough. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Father's Creepshow style. Alright, where's my yellow? Here it is. Duh, I would lose my head if it wasn't strapped on sometimes. Should have him gushing blood, not fire. You know, I might do that. I might do like a vampire one with Vampirella for a pano like that later on this week. So I've already kind of like reserved that idea. I might do the fire like really like super hot like white, so it I can use it for shading. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a funny idea. Fun fact, you know, a lot of people don't realize how spooky a color yellow can be. But it is very spooky. It's the spookiest. Like, it always looks diseased and jaundiced. I'm also using it as kind of like lighting effects because I have an idea for this. Pieces fit. Yeah. Lots of yellow. You know, you're just like, is he like the yellow bastard from Sin City? No, it'll make sense once I'm done. Alright. Did you draw anything from Poultrygeist? Poultrygeist? Do you mean Poltergeist or that trauma movie Poultrygeist? I haven't seen Poultrygeist. Is it good? Night of the Chicken Dead. What do you think about how it's looking so far? Trippy? Weird? You're like, I know it's early days. Must have been. Definitely, it's as good as Toxie. Oh, yes, it is the Poultrygeist one. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I think it's on, like, the Shout Factory streaming site. We've seen it on there before. In case you're wondering where I'm going with this, it is inspired by Creepshow. There's a part where this dad, he gets killed by his daughter, if I remember right, and then he wants his Father's Day cake because he's abusive. So he comes back from the dead and kills her and makes her into a cake. Where's my Father's Day cake, Bedelia? I'm glad you're digging it. There was a card sort of inspired by this scene in like the last Horror Ribbles, but I wasn't a big fan of the final art, and they made the face all blue. I don't know. They should have just gone full Dead Ted with it. Yeah, I love horror too. That's why we're doing horror cards today. This is basically a lighting exercise. This is going to very strongly suggest a skeleton. I don't know if I'm going to go 100% there, but I might. So you never know. Actually, I probably will. Who am I kidding? Yeah, Creepshow Atom Bomb is the current menu item. I'm glad you guys are digging it. Laying down grays right now. And then they'll get darker and darker, and some areas will have black. As an artist yourself, how do you start the GPK heads? I suggest rewatching this from the beginning, because I kind of explained that a little bit, but I will tell you, I kind of just do like little sketchies like this. Sometimes I'll start with like an important part of the anatomy. Like with Atom Bomb, I did loop, jag, 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 loop, and then ziggy, 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 you know? You could do it just like structure. It just depends on the pose. If it's like a 3/4 head Garbage Pail Kid, you know, circle, circle. So it's like a bigger circle, a smaller circle for the top, then a bigger one for the bottom, or ellipsis. It's like one egg here, then another egg here. Egg. If that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Yeah, this is already looking kind of like Frazetta-y with all the bleeds. I like it. All right. Yeah, this one might take me a whole hour to do. So if you're looking for some distraction, this one's gonna... Laying down colors takes a while. Yeah, you might... I'm gonna do this every day, so you'll probably see my... If you tune in again, you might see my technique develop, if you will. Yeah, if you can pick up anything useful that you can apply to your own artwork, that's all you can ask for in stuff like this. You are welcome. Is he looking spooky? Notice I haven't even done anything to the eyes yet. That'll be fun. So I'm throwing in some Dead Ted influences here. See if we can build this up every day and get a nice audience going. Hopefully I'm interesting enough to keep your attention. Alright, and lay down some more of this darker black. This is cool gray number 2. I'm gonna lay down some 3. Yeah, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, that's the whole point. Like, the stock I use has enough tooth that it holds the colors, but it leaves room for a bleed, and that's kind of what I like. I want a little bleed, because it gives kind of room for experimentation. Because you notice if I just zoom here, you would see the colors, like, I'll lay down a dot and then it'll spread out like about that much. So after you get to know this kind of stock you use, you can kind of play that into your art. Because you're like, it's going to, if I lay down that dot, it'll blend and it'll just bleed that much. And then you can lay another layer over it. It's almost like oil painting, if you guys have ever done that or experimented with it. I mean, it's just laying the colors down and seeing what happens. I mean, I can't put varnish over this to brighten them all up at the end. I kind of just have to play by ear. But there's tricks I can do to kind of make things pop. The thing I like about doing these is, like, I can see your comments and just, like, talk and respond to them. So that makes it fun for me. All right, that's number 2. Let's do number 3. You just tuned in. We're doing a creep show style atom bomb. So you notice this gray is even darker than the last gray. Each gray I lay down is 1 degree darker than the last one. So, and I haven't really rotted him up per se. It's just the bleeds kind of making that happen. Is there a specific brand of cardstock? Like, I only have Walmart stuff available to me for now. What you can do is, if you go to Walmart and they have like these, let me see if I can find one. I have a like Strathmore board like this. These are just plain. The stock I use, I go to Kelly Paper and I buy big sheets of 110 pound paper, and I have my print people cut it down because I like the feel of that. All I can say is it kind of helps to go to like an art store like a Blick or an Artorama or something and play with different kinds of Strathmore board. And if there's a kind you like to draw on, go to a paper store and see if you can find a bigger, like 13 by 19 or 11 by 17 or 18 by 24 version of it. Take it to a print shop and ask them to cut it down a card shape for you. And they will totally do that. Because I feel like that's the best way to kind of develop as an artist a little bit. You got to like find the right stuff that works for you. This one's starting to die off. I might have to order some more tomorrow. The pen I'm using is starting to die off. Actually, I might have like a different one of that one. Yeah, I do. Also, if you go through a lot of colors, always have doubles of the ones you like to use. See, that one's way more vibrant. Because you will go through them, especially if you draw a lot. No problem. Any advice I can give that helps you guys out is time well spent. Let's see. I don't like that the nib on this one is a little raggy. But, you know, you gotta work with what you got. Let's see. I'm liking how that's coming out. Yeah, if your nibs on your pens are ever raggy, just go really light like this. Just dab it. And then, you know, just go slow and you'll get... But I do like that it's leaving kind of a mark, so I'm playing with the ragginess of it a little bit. I will go over this with a micron near the end, so all the weird shit or like the off scuffs I can totally work into this. I'm enjoying how this is coming out so far. I haven't even gone to the red yet. But yeah, we are working on a Creepshow Atom Bomb if you've just tuned in. I haven't even started on the eyes yet. Alright, I'm going to go in and do some more salmon. If you're just joining us, feel free to say hi. I'm listening to Tool in the background, in case you're wondering. See, I can't varnish, but what I can do is just go over with an important color near the end to make it pop again. Yeah, he's coming out pretty good. This is actually what Atom Bomb would actually look like if he exploded. I haven't even done the flame yet. That'll come later. Lots of people watching. Hi, guys. Doing a Creepshow Atom Bomb. Right before this, we did this guy. This guy is way more painty than the last one. Hi, Julie. How's it going? Yeah, this guy looks pretty toasty. I guess I'm going for a corpse thing here. All right. So, now we're doing black over all that shit. So this is starting to look like Nathan here. And then once I go over some black, I'm going to lay some more dark gray over it. I'm not going to go crazy with the black because I want it to be kind of more of an accent than anything. And I might make his eyes like really light blue, like just suggesting, like I just want his eyes to look like a dead doll's eyes. I think that'll look really freaky. That's kind of what I'm going for right now. Like, I already think I did too much black on this side, but, you know, I'll lay some gray and kind of even it out. Yeah, I'm trying to just make it look jaggy. I'm not going to totally connect everything. This guy's gonna go up on eBay once this is over, I think. Unless he's pretty fun. I'm digging it. Let's see. You guys digging this guy? I'm digging it. Oh god, I wish you could smell this room. It's so, like, the alcohol smell in these markers is, like, overpowering. Yeah. Creepshow is one of my favorite anthology movies. I just kind of wish the one Nathan card from the last set was a little more like red like this than the blue. I'm going to do the Creepshow background too once I'm done with this. Like kind of like... Alright. I'm going to go back to my chisel edge now. And then I'm going to add some fine details with a micron. I usually don't use this much black when I draw stuff. I kind of like my stuff to look a little more painty. I could just paint. I might paint actually like a big piece this weekend. That might be like a 3-hour long view or something. Hey guys, how's it going? You're just tuning in. We've been drawing horror GPKs for like the past hour and a half. Literally an hour and a half on the mark. This is the second one. We did a Sid Haig GPK right before this one. It was really warm in Arizona today. I have the window open and it is not helping. Now I'm using the chisel edge to really consciously suggest rot. This is like Dead Ted style here. Alright, let's do the eyes. I'm not going to go super detailed on the eyes. This is kind of the look I want. This like dead blue-eyed thing. I like how the color bled in and made them look like clouded over, like all cataracty. What do you guys think? Yay, nay? I don't really want to overwork it too much. I'm just enjoying like the little details. Yeah, I'm sorry, fucking postal service. Hopefully it'll show up someday. Someday. I'm doing some red now. I'm glad you like this one. If you draw as many cards as I do, you're bound to get better over time. What do you think about the red? You guys like the red? I'm not going to do too much of it. I'm going to sleep. Yeah, it's only 4:30 here. I keep forgetting some of you guys are in crazy time zones. You guys did anything fun today? Alright, let's do some more salmon around his eyes. Oh, 1:30 a.m. It's crazy. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, this is pretty fun. I've never done this, like, kind of, like, Atom Bomb. I like how the nameplate's getting raggy. You guys like that? Kind of adds to it. Atom Brains. I need my micron. Oh, here it is. Joy. Maybe I'll do this at 4 tomorrow. It seems to get more people out around this time. Three might be too early. Oh, I don't know. We've had people in and out. It's kind of fun. You guys like the little details? Or too much? I don't really want to overwork it. I think it looks cool. I just want him to look a little crispy. Crispy. Kind of like a Two Faces jacket from The Dark Knight. Yeah, this is getting way more detailed than I thought I was going to get, but I like it. Sometimes it's calming to do little detail work. You know, it's like, yeah, I dig it. I think sometimes what we need is a little, like, calm in our lives, you know, especially with everything that's going on in the world. Yeah, he's coming out nice. It's funny, like, most of the ones I've been doing, it's been, like, laying colors down. This one, I, like, just kind of free-handed him and just, like, going to town. Just add some, gray to the face. I like the bleeds. It just gives it this weird organic feel. Kind of suggests areas where, like, the skin's like it's just bone underneath or something. Going to watch things die from a good safe distance. Vicarious. Tool is such a good band. All right. Putting a little maggot or two popping out. It seems appropriate. Doing the cloud now. All right, so this cloud, maybe I'll make this fluid black or dark red, like blood. Usually I draw the cloud right at the beginning, but this time I think it was worth waiting. Yeah, I'm gonna add some like black, and so it's like coagulated goo. My goal is to stop this by 5. So you get 1 hour of Atom Bomb, 1 hour of this guy. Well, no, 1 hour of SICK SID, 1 hour of Atom Bomb. You guys like that blood goo? I like how that looks. That's pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make the mushroom cloud kind of standard. And then just do the creep show background behind that. Using a Prismacolor orange here. This one has a jaggy nib, so it gives it the dirty organic feel I kind of want. Kind of reminds me of the poster for this 80s movie called Brain Damage. I think it's a Frank Henenlotter film. Yeah, it's kind of fun. Looks like I'm losing some of you guys. It is kind of late, huh? We're figuring it out. This is the creation process. It's just dots and but yeah, it's pretty chill. Maybe I'll listen to some different music tomorrow. One last round of this. Very horror Atom Bomb. Get some brown up in this mug. You guys are so quiet. I swear you were chattier earlier. I can only hope you're enjoying it, but I do like the input. 15 more minutes. We'll work on this guy. Oh, yeah, I think he's pretty much getting close to done. This is sunset pink I'm using here. Looks kind of like gray matter. All right, time to do the creep show background. Find my salmon. I'm not hitting the black too close. I'm just letting it bleed to connect. Take my time so I can finish this right at 5 on the nose. Remember, just dab near the black. You don't want to drag dark colors and mess up the field if you can avoid it. All right, let that dry for a second. And then we'll do the jagginess so we can get that creep show background. I could have done this in blue with black, but I kind of like the red, and it sort of goes. Well, the upside too is the red will bleed against the salmon, so it gives that kind of like actual effect from creep show, the like rear projection. Also, the other trick you want to do with this is as you go down with the streaks, start angling them up, because these are emulating comic book action lines. Action lines should always angle up as you continue. All right, so you got one side done. Almost done. And then we're gonna let it dry a little bit, and then we'll go over it one more time just so it's a little more solid. And while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll do some more hard red over here. That was my nose whistling. That's right, stop the spread of coronavirus, you guys. Almost. What do you guys think? Just doing a little more touch-ups here and there. Right. Hey, Bob, how's it going? Does this need a little bit more gray around the eyes? Just a little bit. Remember, the whole goal is not to overwork it, but when colors dry, they can sometimes lose their vibrancy. So you gotta make sure you hit some of them more than once near the end. Yeah, that works. Because then you get the full explosion coming out of his head. Let's add a little debris. I don't like drawing the individual chunks that come out of Atom Bomb's head. I just kind of like doing black debris. I don't know, it feels a little more real to me. Plus, it's a sneaky way to work my name in sometimes. VM. See, doesn't that look a little bit better than like a Tetris piece? Thanks, Brett. Thanks, Bob. Yeah, it looks pretty gross. I wasn't expecting it to like get this in your face, but you know, you go where the journey takes you. Remember, I didn't build in any rot into this atom bomb. It was all guided by how the colors bled, and then I just went over it with the micron. Sometimes that's the best way to do it. China marker over here. A little China marker here or there kind of suggest maggots, which I kind of want to suggest. Right? Yeah, that's all I wanted, is the bleeding to look kind of realistic. And see what I was talking about not overworking the eyes, because now they like he looks especially gross because they're like just so light and there's not that much going on, and the other colors like bled all together behind them, so it looks like they're all clouded over like he died. Then you go over the China marker with the micron, just give it like a little line, and they look like maggots coming out of him. I'm not trying to overwork it too much. I'm just trying to decide if it needs anything else. Yeah, maybe a little bit of the explosion line near the top right here. Whoop. Not bad. If we compare with the first one you did, I found that the background lacks something. There's less color, I think. The first one, the background lacks something, or this one, the background lacks something. I'm also trying to do this stylized based on a movie, so that's kind of why this might be a little different. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with this guy. I think he's done. Do the signature a little spooky. There we go. Yeah, I could have done the red. That could have been black, but I think it just would have taken away from the actual figure. I think he looks pretty good, kind of how he is. I think he's done. What do you guys think? Yeah, he looks pretty finished to me. Alright, I'm just going to rest there for a second because I guarantee you he's stuck to the page. Hear that? Yeah, I'm glad you like it. Isn't that pretty fun? And that took us, Sid took us an hour. This guy took us also about an hour exactly. Right? Yeah. I'll be here again tomorrow. So just in case you missed it, look it out. That's all the scratch board from today. It's crazy. So that's the first one. And no, this is the first one we did. And this was hour 1, 3 to 4. And then this was 4 to 5. I think he's my favorite one. Yeah, definitely my favorite one. All right, so it is now 5 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I am going to take a break now. I'll be here again tomorrow at 3. But thanks for tuning in for GPK Sketch a Day. If you like either of these, I'm going to put them up on my eBay store. Sid is going to be, I'm going to start him at 25 with a 40 buy it now. And this guy, I'll set like a $50 buy it now on the, maybe I'll just make him go. Like I'll set him up for, Should I do a buy it now on Atom Bomb, or should I just let him go and see what he ends up at? I'll start him at 30 with a 50 buy it now. That way, if you guys want to bid on it, it should go up. Cool. And I'll do some more tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a pano tomorrow. You guys want to see me do a pano tomorrow? We'll do like a 2-card pano, or we'll see. I'm all up for suggestions. Make this fun for you guys. But thanks for tuning in. If you're interested, I'll put the links up on the store on my page. Send me a friend request if you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm always open for commissions. So send me commissions. I'll do your commission live on one of these. All right. Cool, guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good time. Bye-bye.